Good morning. Hope that you're doing well. This is our week 4 of our online work that we're doing for CP English 12. A couple of reminders. If you have not submitted work from the fourth quarter, I'm still accepting that. So if you turn in anything from any of the previous 3 weeks, you can still submit that online. Make sure that when you submit it, that you also fill out the late form. So that's the same process as we've done all year. So fill out the late form on Google Classrooms if you complete any of the assignments from the previous week. So I'll accept anything from the fourth quarter. So we're heading towards the end. As we move forward, a reminder about my Google Meet office hours. So I'll be meeting every day starting at 10 o'clock from 10 to 11. So if you want to touch base with me on Google Classroom, you can do it then. On Tuesday, I have an additional hour. So I'll be there on Tuesday from 9 until 11. But if you want to, again, meet face-to-face, the time to do that is during my Google Meet hours, but I'll respond to emails throughout the day. I'll be available throughout. So, but again, if you have any questions, just reach out and get in touch, and I'll be happy to help you out. All right, so moving on to our week 4 assignment. So if you go onto Classroom, our Google eLearning week 4, click on that. And this week we're getting started with a new unit that deals with job interviewing, and this will take us almost to the end of the year. We have an extra week or so at the end, but this will almost take us through the end. This will be a couple of weeks that we'll be working on this assignment. And again, this is about preparing for the job interview. So for this week, the details about what we're covering is linked on this document. There are interview tips. I'd like you to complete some interview preparation quiz, an interview preparation quiz, and also there's a do's and don'ts quiz about the job interview itself. So again, over the next couple of weeks, we'll be working to help you prepare for the world beyond Wilson. You'll be able to use skills in this unit for any position that you apply for in the future. So it could be for a summer job, some type of temporary thing. It could be for your chosen career field, whatever it is that you want to go into. So this unit will help you out in everything that you'll be doing beyond high school. And we're going to be focusing on 3 things. So the first is the preparation for the job interview, and we'll talk about that today. Next week, we'll go into the resume. And then the third week, we have a mock interview online, and we'll talk about what that is, but you'll actually go through an interview as if you are doing that online. This week, we'll begin to look at the skills and the approach needed to be successful in a job interview. So going through here, the first thing that I'd like you to do, or the next thing that I'd like you to do, is I have 2 videos about preparing for a job interview, and those are linked right here and here. So watch both of those interviews. You'll be using the information on those interviews in other activities that we do throughout the unit. So make sure that you take a look at those. And then the third part is more of a practical thing. I'd like you to fill this out. And this is getting ready for the mock interview, which will happen during the third week rather. And I'd like you to fill out these questions that are listed in part 3. And the questions that are listed here are all real life questions. These are questions that you actually may see in a job interview, and in our mock interview, you definitely will be seeing 5 to 7 of those questions. So you'll be seeing these come back. So I want to make sure that you're prepared for those mock interview questions. So the first thing that I'd like you to do is to identify an entry-level job that you will be interviewing for, and have something that you have some sort of connection to. So it might be for a job that you already have, for a summer job or a part-time job, or it might be for an entry-level job into a career of your choice. So if you're going into nursing whatever. So again, identify an entry-level job that you would like to use for this interview preparation unit. And that'll be not only for this part of the job unit, but also for the resume and also for the mock interview. So you'll be using that. So make sure to select carefully what you want to use for your entry level job because you'll be using it throughout for the next couple of weeks. The next thing on the list is I'd like you to identify 4 potential job responsibilities. So the job that you're doing, what are the skills that you're going to need? I'd like you to identify at least 4 of them and put those in that spot. And then here are the interview questions, and there are a number of them. So the question is here, and then put your response in the blocks to the right and fill them out. Put some thought into it and use complete sentences. This is the biggest part of the assignment this week. So put some thought into this. So fill out these questions and put your response in the block here to the right. And then the next part is I have a list of do's and don'ts for the job interview. I'd like you to read through those, both the do's and the don'ts. And this is what you do before the job interview, what to wear, arrival and introduction. So when you get there, what do you do? And then about the questions, how to respond to the questions, and then also the closing, and then wrapping it up. There's a quiz that's listed here. It's a couple of short questions. So take the quiz, and then that is in reference to, or where you get the answers to that is by reading through the table of do's and don'ts that's listed right above it. So take the do's and don'ts quiz, and then that'll do it. So again, there are checklist of things that you need to do this week. So you'll need to watch both of these videos, complete the interview preparation questions that were listed on this same document, and then also complete the do's and don'ts quiz, which is listed right there. You'll submit this packet of information on Google Classroom, and then you'll be good to go. So this is due by Tuesday, May the 15th at 11:59 p.m. So make sure that you submit that there. And again, if you have any questions, you can touch base with me during my Google Meet office hours, or you can send me an email. Again, hope you're doing well. If you need anything, get in touch. Take care, and I will be in touch soon.